last few months, I was not managing to find time for a proper workout. And to make things worse, I'm a software engineer and I was finding myself sitting in front of a computer for almost the whole day. So I came up with a very simple solution. I started doing micro workouts of not more than 1 minute each, scattered throughout the day. This was an excellent idea and I was managing to keep it up with my busy lifestyle, but my question was, is it effective? So I started doing some research and looked into something called exercise snacks. Basically, instead of doing a big 30 or 60-minute workout, you break it up into short bursts. Just a minute or two scattered throughout the day. And it turns out that there's a lot of recent research about this topic. These mini sessions can actually improve your cardiovascular health, they help manage blood sugar, and can improve muscle strength if done correctly. But their biggest advantage is that they are more convenient, so people stick to them more. Now, they're not a magic replacement for full workouts, especially when it comes to building strength, so I really suggest you find time for a proper workout like a high-intensity interval training workout. But for people who sit all day like me, they're a super practical way to just move more. So this is my strategy. I do a couple of push-ups while I wait for my coffee to brew, some jumping jacks while I wait for my code to compile, I do some squats while waiting for my lunch to warm up, and of course a couple of lunges while waiting for my bank to answer. This was all great, but the problem was that I was not doing this daily, I wasn't keeping any history of what I was doing, and I was not targeting my muscles effectively in a balanced way. So I needed to find a better way to do this. And since I'm a software developer, I decided to build an app to solve this problem for me and others like me who sit all day. So I opened Xcode and started coding. The first issue I want to solve with this app is how to target all muscles effectively in a balanced way. In most traditional training plans, this is solved by targeting different muscle groups each day to give muscles the time to rest before targeting them again. However, with exercise snacks, we don't have to do this since the volume per session is very low and the muscle fatigue is very low, so we don't have to wait for the muscles to rest before targeting them again. So I designed a very simple algorithm that generates a full body balanced workout each day by assigning muscle groups to each exercise and each day choosing an exercise from each muscle group to generate a workout. A problem that I found while using the app was that sometimes the app gave me an exercise that I didn't want to do at that time, so I skipped it and this made me lose an exercise each day, so I added a feature to give me alternative exercises that target the exact same muscle group as the first exercise. Another issue that I wanted to solve with this app is that sometimes I forget how to do exercises in their proper form. So I contacted a professional trainer and bought a set of exercise videos to include with each exercise in the app. Lastly, I needed a way to motivate me to exercise every day and to make a habit out of it. So I added a streak feature to the app that resets whenever I miss a day. And I also added a consistency screen which shows me which days I worked out and which days I skipped. When the app was done, I built this quick landing page to showcase the app and then I uploaded it to the App Store. And I started compulsively refreshing the analytics waiting for the downloads to pour in. But they never did. When a new app is uploaded, Apple tends to push the downloads a bit for the first week so that the app gets more downloads, so I usually get around 50 downloads a day for other apps, but since this app I wanted to focus on the brand, I couldn't do search engine optimization very well and people were not finding it and I didn't even get one download a day. If you ever uploaded an app to the App Store, you know how heartbreaking this is. You do all those hours working on the app coding and designing and then you upload it to the App Store and no one gets to see it. I did some posts on Twitter and TikTok, but nothing was working. Then one Saturday evening I came across this video by Mark Lu explaining a strategy how to use HackerNews to get downloads to an app, and I decided to give it a try and post my app idea there. I read a bit about the etiquette of HackerNews and how the community works, and the more I read about it, the more I thought that it won't work because I saw how difficult it is to be upvoted, especially if you are doing a show HN like I was doing. But I decided to give it a try anyway, so I made the post, I posted it and went to bed. The next day, when I woke up, I opened my phone and the first thing that I saw was that I had multiple feedback emails for the app. I was surprised because I knew that there were no downloads, but then I looked at the HackerNews post and I saw that it was in the 16th place, so it was on the second page of the HackerNews website. It was upvoted more than 130 times and the post had already accumulated more than 70 comments. I was not tracking the landing page views because I wanted the landing page to be privacy first, but when I checked the app downloads, I saw that the app had accumulated over 700 downloads while I was sleeping. And all these downloads were not the best part about this. The best part was the treasure trove of feedback I got from this post. Most of the community on HackerNews are technical people, so they gave me really good feedback, which I wanted to implement right away. But it was a Sunday and I was with my family, so I waited until Monday and then I got to work. I hope you got something from this launch story. If you want to try the app, it's 100% free on the App Store. Search for ShortReps, and in the app I added a feature that whoever downloads the app now will stay premium for a lifetime if I ever decide to add a paywall in the future. So feel free to try it, and if you do try it, please leave your feedback down in the comments below or send me an email to discuss further. Thanks for watching.